This is Arts of Drag. Welcome. Alright, so for my 30th birthday, I treated myself to an awesome gaming chair, which is ridiculously comfortable. And when it arrived, I had this wonderful idea. I'm a big fan of paper mache and making stuff out of cardboard, so this big guy is going to be turned into a shield. So just like the mannequin painting tutorial, we're going to need a list of things. Hope you can see it, because I can't see it. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, I've got the two biggest parts of the cardboard that I want to use, and now I'm going to mark out the round shape. Now, it's really hard to draw a perfect circle, so what we're going to use is my headphones and a pen. We're going to go back to some old school ways of making circles. So if you have a bit of string, that'll work as well. We're just going to wrap it around the pen. Find the center of the cardboard without going over the edges and trace around each side to create our circle shape that we need. Now I cut out two circles because I plan on making two shields out of the same box. This is the stuff we're going to use to go around our shield. It's called irrigation pipe. I picked mine up from Bunnings. That's in Australia though. If you're anywhere else in the world, it's just going to be at a hardware store. I picked mine up for about $8 when it was on special, and that's about 24 meters worth, so it's going to go through quite a few shields and other props, who knows. So with the pipe, you want to go around the outside with a little bit of an overlap just to make sure you've got enough. I apologise in advance for those who want to endeavour onto going onto this, because I just about sweated my beard off getting this onto the cardboard itself, but I do believe that the final product is worth the sweat, and if you are a cosplayer or anything like that, I'm sure you've been through the same sort of thing. Now with this you want to cut the same way all the way around, which is the inside of the pipe, because otherwise if you cut it diagonally it's not going to work that well. Next I run the handle of the scissors through the actual pipeline that I've cut, just to open it up a bit to make it easier to put around the outside of the shield. Now if you've got a second set of hands, that'd be extra handy, otherwise I found sliding it along the cardboard is the best bet. And once you get to the end, just cut off that little extra of the overlap to make it fit nice and snug. I really love how simple this design is, even though the piping is a little bit of a struggle, but it's worth it. Now on to hot gluing some handles on, and then some paintwork. Please be careful using a hot glue gun. Make sure you've got something underneath you as it warms up, just so it doesn't run onto the floor. Next up, we're going to use two longer pieces of cardboard to cut into the holders that we'll need on the back of the shield. I'm a bit notorious for using rough estimations, so the best bet is just to measure it to your hand and go from there. The first one is going to be for your actual hand, and the next one is going to go around your arm. So just make sure that there's enough length in both to be able to hot glue down the other two ends to make sure it's nice and sturdy. Then I go on to hot gluing the back of the piping on the shield, and then each handle onto the back as well. I used a decent amount of hot glue just to make sure that they're as sturdy as I can possibly make it, even though they're just cardboard handles.
Ah, damn it! Be careful with hot glue, it's not fun.
Okay, so the hot glue is dried on our handles. And that's really it. You can paint it up however you like to. I find having the two parts gives it a bit more strength and a bit more durability if you do want to take it out somewhere and that sort of thing. But other than that, that's about it for how to make it. And next up, we're going to paint it. Okay, we all know that painting is the most fun part of any project. So I've got all my primary colours and a couple of browns that I'm going to use in painting the shield. I start off with a decent base colour, making sure that it's somewhat wet to be able to work with the darker colours a little bit, and then adding extra streaks as I go along. So when you work with this, just make sure that the paint's got a bit of give to it, which is just adding a bit of water, and it makes it easier to blend in those streaks and have a bit more of a natural wood looking colour. Then I've chosen a design, gone in with a pencil, and next up I'm going to paint it with black. And that's our final look. Please remember to smash that like and subscribe button to check out more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye! If you don't burn yourself with a hot glue gun while making arts and crafts, are you even an artist? Gonna glue my life together.